Hello learners, welcome to Grammatastic, the fun way to learn English grammar. I'm sure you might have liked all the videos posted earlier, and I'm also sure that you are going to like this video as well. So today here I am again with a new topic, and the name of the topic is pronouns. I'm 100% sure that you might have heard about this topic earlier as well. Now let us start by reading the following paragraph. Sam is a school-going boy. Sam has many friends. Sam is fond of his friends. Sam has a sister named Sheena. Sheena loves to play with Sheena's toys. Sam and Sheena always play together. Sam and Sheena often call Sam's and Sheena's friends home. Sam and Sheena also party with Sam's and Sheena's friends. Oh my God, don't you think it's a weird paragraph? So many times the word Sam and Sheena has been repeated. Now let us look into the same paragraph but in a different way. Sam is a school-going boy. He has many friends. He is fond of them. He has a sister named Sheena. She loves to play with her toys. They always play together. They often call their friends home. They also party with them. Don't you think that the second paragraph is more decent than the first one? Here we have not repeated the names again and again. So what do you find the difference in both the passages? Let us see. In the first paragraph, there are repetition of nouns. As you can see in the first paragraph again, so many times Sam, Sheena has been repeated. But in the second paragraph, the repetition of nouns are not there. Instead, another words have been used in their place. Instead of Sam, he, instead of Sheena, she, instead of friends, they. So we have changed a few words to make it look more decent. Now here comes the definition of the pronoun. The word which replaces a noun in a sentence is called pronoun. It is used to avoid repetition of words. Pronouns are mainly of 9 types. Let us look into them. First one is personal pronoun. Then comes possessive pronoun, reflexive pronoun, emphatic pronoun, reciprocal pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, distributive pronoun, relative pronoun, and indefinite pronoun. So these are the 9 types of pronouns. Now let us understand each type separately. First, let us start with the personal pronouns. Personal pronouns denote the person they stand for. These pronouns denote 3 types of people. They are first person, second person, and third person. First person, it denotes the person speaking. For example, I or we. Second person, it denotes the person spoken to. Example, you. Third person, it denotes the person spoken about. Example, him or her. So personal pronoun consists of 3 persons, first, second, and third. Then let us look at the forms of personal pronouns. As you can see on the chart, it has been divided into the 3 persons, first person, second person, and third person, and singular and plural. So in the first person, singular number If I say I, then in plural it becomes we. My becomes our, me becomes us. In the second person, you remains you in both singular and plural, and your also remains your. Third person has he, she, and it. He stands for masculine, she stands for feminine, and it stands for neuter. But for all these masculine, feminine, and neuter, the plural becomes they. The second word, his, her, or hers, in the plural, it becomes it, their, or theirs. Him, her becomes them. So these are the forms of personal pronouns. These pronouns are also called subject pronouns as they come before the verbs in a sentence. That means it works as a subject in a sentence. Now let's look into the second one, the possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns denote the belongingness and ownership. Forms of possessive pronouns: in the first person, singular number, it's mine, plural, it becomes ours. Second person, yours, and yours in both singular and plural. Third person, his, hers, it, and theirs in plural. These pronouns are usually preceded, that means they come before, by the verbs in a sentence. They are preceded by the verbs in a sentence. Now let us understand the personal and possessive pronouns through some examples. I have a book. Here I is a personal pronoun. The book is mine. Mine becomes possessive because it is showing belongingness or ownership. We are playing cricket. Here we is a personal pronoun. Cricket is played by us. So here us becomes possessive pronoun. They went to the market. They is a personal pronoun. The shops are there. Theirs becomes possessive pronoun. You have to go to school tomorrow. Here you is a personal pronoun. The school is yours. Here yours is a possessive pronoun. Here children, in most of the pronouns, in the possessive pronouns, S is added. As you can see, in theirs and yours, S is added. Only mine remains a separate word. Now the next pronoun is reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronouns reflect the action done by the subject. Forms of reflexive pronouns. In the first person, the word is myself in singular and ourselves in plural. In the second person, singular number is yourself, plural is yourself. In the third person, singular is himself, herself, or itself, and plural becomes themselves. These pronouns are used as the object of the verb and refer to the same person as denoted by the subject in a sentence. Then comes the emphatic pronoun. Emphatic pronouns are used to emphasize the subject. The pronouns remain the same as reflexive, but the usage is different. Now, forms of emphatic pronouns. Again, it remains the same: myself, ourselves, yourself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, themselves. These pronouns are used after the subject in the sentences. So there lies the difference between reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Now let us look at some examples. I do my homework myself. Here, myself is used as reflexive pronoun because here myself is referring to the subject, I. But if the sentence is, I myself do my homework, then here myself is emphasizing the subject, and that is why it is called emphatic pronoun. The next example, You can explain it yourself. Here, yourself is a reflexive pronoun. But if it is written, you yourself can explain it, then it becomes an emphatic pronoun. She brought the grocery herself. Here, herself is reflexive pronoun. She herself brought the grocery. Here, herself becomes emphatic pronoun because it is emphasizing the subject. They admitted their fault themselves is reflexive pronoun. They themselves admitted their fault becomes emphatic pronoun. So you can see the words remain the same, but the usage is different. So we need to focus on the usage to understand the difference between reflexive and emphatic pronoun. Now comes the reciprocal pronoun. Reciprocal pronouns are used to indicate two or more people carrying an action of the same type. Reciprocal pronouns are only two in number. They are each other and one another. Each other is used for two people, whereas one another is used for more than two people. Example, Rohan and Maria are waving to each other. Here, as you can see, there are only two people in the subject, Rohan and Maria. So we are using each other here because they are denoting two people. Whereas the next sentence says the children are playing with one another because the children can be more than two. So one another is used here. The cars bumped into each other. That means it is talking about two cars. The students helped one another in completing the project. Here, students stand for more than two students. Then comes the demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrative pronouns are used to indicate positions or the objects to which they refer. Demonstrative pronouns are followed by nouns. Few examples are, this book is interesting. Here the word this is denoting the position. That man is standing in the sun. The word that is demonstrating. These apples are rotten. These is again used as a demonstrative pronoun. Those trees bear sweet mangoes. Those is used to indicate position. All such people should be avoided. All such again is a demonstrative pronoun. Then comes the distributive pronoun. Distributive pronouns refer to people or things one at a time. Distributive pronouns are used as singular and are followed by singular verbs. Example, each of them received an award. So each here is a distributive pronoun. I may buy either of the two dresses. Either is again a distributive pronoun. Neither of you joined the meeting. Neither is a distributive pronoun. Any of you can answer the question asked. Any is a distributive pronoun. None of you attended my party. None is a distributive pronoun. So they are referring to people or things one at a time. So they are known as distributive pronouns. Then comes the relative pronoun. Relative pronouns are used when a dependent clause in a sentence is introduced. Relative pronouns can stand alone as the subject or object of a sentence. Few examples are, I met Hari, who had just returned. Here, who is joining both the sentence. So, even if I say I met Hari, it is complete sentence. He had just returned is also a complete sentence. But when we are joining it with making a relation to the sentence, then we are using the word who. So if I say I met Hari who had just returned, then here who is a relative pronoun which is relating both the sentences. Next sentence, here is the book that you lent me. So here that is joining both the sentence. So it's used as a relative pronoun. The moment which is lost forever. Which is again joining and acting as a relative in both the sentences. The sun, whose rays bring life on the earth, is regarded as God by many. Here, whose is the word which is connecting both the sentences. So, these are the relative pronouns. I have found the what which I lost. Here, which is acting as a relative pronoun. Then the last one is indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns refer to people or things in general way. Indefinite pronouns do not stand for any person or thing in particular. Few examples are, few escaped unhurt. Here the word few is not referring to people in a calculated way. It is just a general way of speaking. So few is an indefinite pronoun. Did you ask anybody to come? So here anybody is indefinite pronoun. Somebody has stolen my watch. Somebody is used as an indefinite pronoun. We should do good to others. Here others is acting as indefinite pronoun. Some people are born great. Here some is acting as a indefinite pronoun. So keep practicing. Subscribe, like, share, and please comment on my video. I would love to hear from you. Meet you soon with a new topic. Thank you.